All right, we finished up our flow chart. We checked everything that we have. We found no problems. Everything checked out perfectly, which means that our problem statement is correct. So now we're ready to go ahead and start writing our code. And we're going to do that using the build and test methodology also. And here's the start. So I have my script tags. I needed to have a blank place of memory for all the input and all the results of calculations that weren't counters or accumulators. So that's what all this is right here. These are all this over here goes up here. The only things that don't are things that end in count or things that end in accum. And then we had our constants, which is our ticket rate and our snack rate. And then we had our counters and accumulators that must start with 0. So we go ahead and put 0 for anything that has count or accum, which is those three right there. And then I need to have a way of getting in and out of the loop. And we used another ticket equals yes for that. And that is what that is for. And then how do I know we're going to get out of the loop? That's done looping. And we can check right now, if I preview it, it's going to say done looping. And that means that, okay, well, I have no errors in anything I've done. It's always good to check when you've built something, because if I've made a mistake up here, like leaving a comma out, and then I build some stuff and I try to preview it, it's going to throw the error for me. And now I don't know where my problem is. I have to start tracking it down. So there you go. No errors up to this point. So now we're ready to go ahead and start coding. And actually, we're going to code it very similar to where our flow chart was. So the first thing we're going to do is put our loop in. And that's going to be while, open and close parentheses. And I'm going to have something that's true. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, Control C, Control V. And because this is JavaScript, we know we must have equal equal. If you leave out the equal equal, you're going to lock yourself in a loop. So don't do it. All right, be very cognizant of that. And then I'm going to have a start brace, start loop, and then I'm going to come down here automatically and put in a stop brace, stop loop. Don't assume you're going to remember to put in your closing brace. Put in your closing brace as soon as you do your start brace, and then you have no problems. All right, so we're going to do the same thing that we did last time. So I have my way in. I have how I know I'm going to get out, but I haven't gotten out of this loop yet. And that's another important thing. Before we test it for the first time, just in your head go, this is how I get in. I don't have a get out. So that's going to have to be another ticket. Control C, Control V, and this is going to have to be a input. So we're going to have to use prompt, open and close parentheses, semicolon. The question we want to ask is, I can get that from the flow chart just as easy typing it. Is there another customer or a ticket buyer, question mark? And we're going to have a default value. Let me make this bigger. And that is going to be yes. And the reason for that is it's always yes until the last customer, then it's no. So you might as well stick yes in there, save your user. So now I can go ahead and test this to make sure everything. I didn't do it this way in the flow chart. Normally I do, but I'm just trying to save time. But you need to test it now. Can I get in? Oh, before I test it, I have to save it. Now I'm saving it with this right here. So you make sure that you save it with a name. You always want to save before you run it, because if you locked yourself in a loop, you may have to shut down your computer and then it won't save everything. And then you'll have to start typing all over again. So always save before you run. Okay, so it says yes. So I test it one time by leaving the yes in there. And if it comes back, I know I can stay in the loop. Then I change this to no or anything else but yes. And now I'm done looping. And we can see that we got in, we got out. Everything is okay. So let's go ahead and start building. The first thing I'm going to build is my customer O's. No, my customer O's. My counter. Control C. Control V. Semicolon. So there's my counter. So now I'm going to need an alert So I'm going to leave some space, going to have some stuff in here. So I'm going to have alert, open and close parentheses, semicolon. And for that, if I want, I can go back to my flow chart and go ahead and get my output. Because I've already tested this. So I'm going to do Control C. Is it faster than just typing it? I think it is because we've tested it. So unless you've made a mistake copying and pasting. What? That's not right anyway. All right, let's grab the right one, correct? Let's see. Number of customers. So this is the one we want to go ahead and copy and paste. Control C. All right, and get rid of this one. Hubble bubble toil and trouble. All right, so now we should be able to see that the counter is working. I'll save this again, and I'll preview customer number 1, and I'll say yes. Customer number 2, I'll say no, and we're done looping. So pretty nice. Everything is working as we would hope. There we go. Let's go ahead and build our next piece. All right, so the next piece we did was we said, well, let's go ahead and process a customer. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So we have these 3. Control C, Control V. You can see I have an extra space there. I'm not sure where that came from, but that'll make a difference. Semicolon, semicolon, semicolon. So now we're processing that. And now we can do a customer O's. So let's go ahead and do that. Alert. Now I could have used the one I did before. Might as well have customer O's. Control C. Control V. All right, and let's go ahead and test it and see if it works. Save. Preview. Well, hey, it's not going to work. We need more stuff. So we know we need our input. So let's go ahead and stick our input in. And that's going to be these 2. Let's go ahead and paste it in. So we're going to say equals to prompt, open and close parentheses, semicolon. Again, it's faster, I think, just to type it here rather than how many tickets. Maybe not. And then our default value is going to be 10. Whether you put quotes or not, it's still going to be a text 10. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, paste it in, and this is going to be how many snacks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save it. Now it should work. So I have 10 tickets, 10 snacks. They owe me 180. Boom. All right, so that's working. All right. Notice I didn't do any toFixed. toFixed doesn't go on until the last thing you do. All right, there's no point in putting it up there early because it could cause unforeseen consequences. So now we have to go ahead and do our, let's see, our accumulators, right? Yep. So let's go ahead and do that here. Okay, so we're going to accumulate the tickets, accumulate snacks. Now we have 2 more outputs. Alert, open, close parentheses, semicolon. Alert, open, close parentheses, semicolon. And again, I think this is faster going here. And just copying this. Control C. Control V. Control C. Oops. Control V. Again, I've pre-tested them. So let's go ahead and preview it. I didn't save it. I should have saved it. So we have 10 tickets, 10 snacks, 180. Uh-oh, 010, 010, Danger Will Robinson. So we have a problem. You can see that it didn't add 0 plus 10. It joined 0 with 10, and that's because, just as I mentioned before, these are going to be text numbers. So in order for this to work, I need a conversion. And that is going to be tickets, parse int, and that's going to be num tickets. And then I also need to do the same thing with the num snacks. So I'm going to say num snacks, control C, control V, control V. All right, excellent. Now let's run it after I save it and preview. So I have 10 tickets, 10 snacks, 1, 180, 10, 10, and then yes, and then 10 more tickets, 10 more snacks, two customers. The customer still owes 180, but now we've sold 20 tickets and we sold 20 snacks. All right, so we know that everything up to this point is working, and I'm at 11, almost 12 minutes. So we are going to stop this, and I'm going to make another video starting from this point.